Yeah, in fact, want to continue to follow this breaking news as it's affecting so many people right now out there on the roads, giving you a live look through our in-dot camera at southbound 465. Again, this is near West Washington Street, so only one lane in the headed southbound area is open on 465 right now as first responders are on the scene of this crash involving a semi.
Yeah, we do have team coverage right now. Kelly Green tracking the impact, trying to give you a workaround on your commute, but we're going to head out to Gina Glaros, who is live at the scene, very close to where this has happened. It's a mess on the road, but what can you tell us about what police are telling you about this area?
Yeah, it is a mess, Julia. And Julia, we just got to the scene here at 465 southbound near the barrier where this all happened. This is right next to the Washington Street exit. Take a look at this semi here. It crashed into the barrier and it is flipped onto 465 northbound here, the shoulder where we are. But state police tell us that a car and this semi crashed, and you can see the car also badly damaged here, just mangled. The driver's side door is off. The hood of the car is completely smashed. So as you take a look at this scene, it's really miraculous that we're told that everybody is expected to be okay. So at least one person, possibly two people hurt, sent to the hospital, but nothing life-threatening. So that is the good news, but it is a mess out here. Hazmat has been brought to the scene. You can smell some kind of odor here, and that's the first thing that we noticed as we rolled up. Again, one lane of southbound traffic is moving at this time, being diverted onto Washington Street, but we're told that that could change. It just depends on what first responders need at this time once the wrecker gets here. So again, stay away from this area if you can. Washington Street exit onto 465 southbound, because as you can see, it is quite a mess. Kelly, keeping a close eye on traffic. How do we work around this area here?
Well, Gina, the best bet is to get off before you get to Washington Street. If you are heading along 465, perhaps you're coming from the north side and you're trying to get into southbound lanes of 465, the best bet really is to avoid this accident completely and just go a little bit farther north of this area to get exited off. As you can see, this is showing 0 miles per hour. We do know that that far right-hand lane is open right now, and thankfully there is no significant injuries out of this accident. But your best bet is to either get off on Rockville Road, go westbound, and you can catch either Girls School or High School Road and then get back onto Washington Street heading southbound on I-465. A little farther north of that area, you could also take the 10th Street exit, depending on when traffic starts to get a little bit heavier. That 10th Street exit will get you back onto Girls School Road. Then you can head southbound all the way down to Washington Street as well. Again, another live look here at this camera at I-465 and US 40. It is a mess, so please avoid it this morning, and we'll keep you updated when this gets cleaned up.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Good morning, 6:30 on your Thursday morning. We continue to follow some breaking news on the interstates this morning that if it's in your driving area, it could be a major congestion
and
for
headache
you.
For sure. That semi, it's overturned on southbound 465 near West Washington Street. Crews are doing their best trying to clean up the area right now. We also know that it's leaking fuel and some fluid, some paint that was being carried by that semi. Right now, our Gina Glaros is live on the scene right now. What have you learned, Gina?
Hey, good morning. Right now, it is really a team effort to get this semi-trailer off of 465 on the north and southbound, it's like right in the barrier here of northbound and southbound at the Washington Street exit. We are counting about 3 tow trucks really trying to get this semi off. It is badly mangled, as you can see. I spoke to a representative with the company here, Dayton Freight, who is on the scene. He says that everything inside, we're told some paint was inside. That's also destroyed along with the semi this morning. Now, it all started a couple hours ago when this semi and a car crashed into each other, and that car was towed away, I would say about a half hour ago, but that car also badly mangled. And here's the good news: when you look at this mess, No one badly injured, at least one person taken to the hospital, but again, no serious injuries to report this morning. The roads are still blocked, so northbound where we are, it is open, but southbound, there is only one lane that is still open that is going to Washington Street, and that is moving better this morning, as better than when it was when you last checked in with us. It was bumper to bumper, but it is smooth sailing on that one lane. Other than that, though, you'll want to avoid this area. So one lane southbound traffic moving at this time. Marion County Emergency Management tells us that Rockville Road and Washington Street will be closed for several hours this morning. Kelly Green keeping a close eye on traffic. Kelly, what can you tell us as far as getting around this mess for your morning commute?
Good morning. It's 7:27. I'm Julia Moffett. We've been following breaking news all morning long here on Sunrise on the west side. A crash involving a flipped semi-trailer and a car closed lanes of I-465 southbound just north of West Washington Street on Indianapolis west side. Gina Glaros has been there all morning, and Gina, hopefully they are making some progress.
Good morning. Yeah, we have been on the scene on 465 on Indy's west side near Washington Street for the last 3 hours, and cleanup is well underway. Behind me, you can see some crews, tow truck drivers, who are taking apart this semi-trailer piece by piece to get this removed from the interstate. Now, this semi went into this barrier and flipped onto 465 northbound on the shoulder where we are now after a crash into another car. The good news here, it was a mess earlier. Nobody seriously injured. 2 people taken to the hospital with some minor injuries, but they are expected to be okay. As far as traffic goes, it's really a similar story. Northbound on 465 west on Indy's west side is still moving just fine. All lanes are open where we are, but on the southbound side of 465, only one lane is still open, and it is slow moving, almost bumper to bumper. So this is what you're looking at right now. It's the ramp onto Washington Street. Again, only one lane is open. State police want us to let you know if this is your morning commute, to stay away from the area. Of course, Kelly has been tracking some alternate routes. So we're going to send it back to you all in the studio.
All right, Gina, great job out there this morning. So again, if you're maybe coming north and heading to the airport, this is going to stop you dead in your tracks. How far is this backed up?
All the way north of I-74. So this is huge. I mean, it's been in the works since before 4 a.m. this morning, and it's going to take a while before they get it all cleaned up, especially since Hazmat has to make it out there and clean up that area. But here's a live look at the camera along I-465 and I-74. All these brake lights, these are those southbound travel lanes. You can see even I-74 traffic trying to get on to I-465. So this is a mess out there. I will map this out for you and give you some alternate routes here. Again, very slow going in those southbound travel lanes. Even though you can get through, it is very slow. Here's one of your options if you are trying to merge through that very far hand lane on the west side of 465 southbound. You can take Rockville Road. Right now it is congested. You can take Girls School or High School Road and catch Washington Street and get back onto I-465 southbound. You can also take 10th Street. That's an option, but right now it looks like the best bet is to take I-74 westbound and then catch Ronald Reagan Parkway southbound, and that will take you down to Washington Street, to the airport, or even to I-70 might be your best route to get back onto I-465. Chuck?
Kelly, we're so thankful that it's not raining out there.